So if I played that, you'd probably know that that was something from Jaco's Donna Lee solo. There's so many great lines in this solo. And I've been working on this with a student recently. And it's so many just great sort of nuggets of... just great little phrases in there. And you know, the way it scans and changes is fantastic, Jaco solo, but so is the melody itself. It's a really brilliant melody. There's so many great bits in this melody to kind of dig into. A little chromatic line at the end. And this diminished. There's so many cool things you can do with that. So, you know, one of the things that we can really do with this is we want to get a distinction between the A flat major, the 1 chord, and then the F7 on bar 2, right? Here's my A flat to F7. Right? There's my line going from A flat to F7. And then into my B flat 7, and I'm playing an E natural in there, so we're making it a Lydian dominant. That's that B flat Lydian dominant sound. Right. And then it goes to B flat minor 2 chord. So there I'm thinking, I hate reducing it just to Dorian, but kind of a little Dorian-esque flavor on that minor 2 chord of B flat, but with some chromatic passing stuff in there too. And then it goes to an E flat 7, back to A flat there. So the 5 chord E flat. That's what we can do a lot. There's often used like a kind of half whole diminished flavor in here. There's a phrase when he goes that, right? It's totally like half whole diminished stuff. It's very cool though. This kind of stuff. Like that. That's all half whole diminished. E flat half whole diminished would be this. See how that resolves strongly back to that A flat 1 chord. So a lot of cool stuff. You can get a lot of hints from the melody itself as to what sort of harmony you can use. Parker uses that flat 9 on the dominant chords a lot on bar 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. On bar 12, there's this classic. That's over the F7. Right. Get a copy of the lead sheet of this. You can check that out. So the line into that, this was a classic line. There we have outlining the A flat chord. Then notice how he targets the A natural, the 3rd of the F, which is really cool. And then to your B flat chord, where Jaco does that very cool E sound, like an E tritone, E7 idea against that, right? Yeah. And then he goes from there. So it's that little ascending. Now, with that stuff too, you know, that half whole diminished is very prevalent. Yeah, and there's a great little 2/5 lick getting you from like that into the D flat major, goes to the 4 chord there, and then it goes to G flat, D flat minor to G flat 7, and back to A flat. It's a neat little kind of 2/5 substitute that. It's very cool. Jaco's line is just so perfect, the way he moves from the A flat and sets it up modulating into the 4 chord. That. And what he does on the A flat chord is that flat 9 again. and then a little intervallically, right? And then his articulation is better than mine. But the first thing, get into the melody, you know? Such a cool melody, right? You can get a lot of hints from what Parker does already and how to navigate through the changes. And then from there, you can extrapolate a lot of vocabulary to use in your own improvisation, which is cool, you know, and that's what's really key. Plus, there's some great technique builders in this. I mean, that's a killer line, right? And then that. Wow. I mean, hell, that's some pretty challenging stuff, and I love Jaco's pickup into that. You know, again, oh, it's beautiful, right? Play it Everett. So on.